Okay, and we're back. Today we're doing a very quick 10-minute recording recap of Wimbledon day 3.
Great to see you.
Great to see you too. I'm going to ask you some quick questions. We have 10 minutes and you're just going to answer them. Are you ready for me to fire away?
Fire away.
Okay.
Should.
Nick Kyrgios, what do you think happened today? Is he in it to win it or what?
I think he's actually in it to enjoy. It was very calm at the end. I was really impressed by how he closed out, and it seems that he wants to both have fun and actually win. And in the press conference at the end, he actually said, "I'm here to, almost on a vacation, and I want to keep it simple. I want to just show up, like have fun, and this crowd is the crowd that motivates me the most in the world to get up." So I think it's going to be about like the basics, and I think he's enjoying the basics. It's going to be dangerous.
Okay. Do we think he's matured?
Yeah, I walked out of seeing that conference, that interview at the end with that idea. Is maybe matured. We'll see. Very pleased to see. It was not an easy game, huh? Like is
really enjoyable. I'm rooting for Nick Kyrgios. We'll talk about that another time.
Yep.
Okay, who else?
I know you do.
Who else was big today? I know that one of your top picks, Berrettini, played today.
Yeah, first round, not an easy one against Peja, former quarterfinalist here, the Argentinian, and they played really head-to-head for over a set and a half. And then Berrettini, he went on the fifth gear at the end of the third set and closed 6-4, 6-love, just overpowering Peja with combination of great first serves and forehands, looking really good. But yeah, it's early in the tournament, but good win.
Do you think people should watch that match? If you had to pick one match of today, which one do you think people should watch?
I think the most entertaining one of today was actually the Isner match, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Yeah, because it was a big contrast of style. Really, Nishioka also considerably shorter than Isner, and had to really like.
It's like something I don't understand.
Yeah, and Isner has fired up all these aces, and he went on the fifth set, and I think the match point was actually quite an indication of tactically how Nishioka nailed it, keeping it low on the return and then hitting those unbelievable passing shots. You need to do that in order to beat Isner on grass, former semifinalist here, and one guy that doesn't give an inch. So that was very entertaining. Not the highest quality at times, but I think definitely contrast of style was really entertaining. And the Kyrgios game too was, to be honest.
Okay, that's fun. I like a recommendation that seems a bit off the radar. Another match game, and then I'll ask you something else. Djokovic is not my favorite player, as you know, but he's coming in threatening. What do you think?
He is passed not an easy test today, because Anderson, 2 times former finalist the Grand Slam level, US Open and Wimbledon, great server, but it's a great server versus possibly the best returner than the game has ever had, Djokovic. So razor thin margin for Anderson to make a dent. You make a couple of mistakes and it's break point, and that's kind of how the game went. 3 clean sets. Djokovic has never really been in threat the whole game, so looking very good. And I know you're not a fan, but
not a fan, and I'm even hoping Medvedev, Kyrgios, Murray, that there's an upset there, but we'll talk about that closer.
I think I'm it's going to be hard to replicate what he did at the French Open, but Berrettini, I thought, actually posed a real threat to Djokovic at the French Open. Towards the end, I remember he was screaming.
I like to hear that. Maybe there's a few that can beat him.
Yeah.
Side note with Djokovic, just your opinion. Is it just me, or does Djokovic not age? He looks exactly the same 5 years ago. You look at Nadal and you look at Federer, they've aged. Nadal's getting bald. Federer is aging. I don't think Djokovic does. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I think physically, like kind of from the way he looks, but actually also from the way he plays.
Exactly.
He's never been as solid. Is making as good saves in defense that he's ever done, and is served the best. He's returned the best that we've ever seen. So I definitely think he's peaking, which is not easy being over 30, right? So yeah, perhaps this is that stands to say that this is this moment. And the challengers are going to have to do something really special to get him off his game.
I think it's possible.
And dethrone him.
I think it's possible. We'll get back to Djokovic another time. Outside of the matches, I'm wondering what you think about Serena Williams. She exited yesterday. It was sad how it happened, but the fact that she didn't really make a big statement about it and she didn't talk to the press. I think this has something to do maybe with just the rules around media, what's going on with Naomi Osaka. I'm not sure. Do you have any thoughts on that?
It's a very interesting connection you're making there. I mean, the two are friendly. I think there was definitely a lot of respect going between them when Osaka beat Serena in the final of the U.S. Open. So it is possible. I'm hoping it's that and not something more serious, that perhaps she's realizing that there'll be some problem that will prevent her from competing at that level. I know she really wants to get more slams in the bank and push that record. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have any formed opinion, but I'm hoping that it's solidarity towards Osaka, for sure.
I think yeah, there could be maybe a bigger question around the media and rules, and does tennis need a revamp altogether, and if this is a time in a post-pandemic world where things like mental health or even physical health should be considered by these institutions. But maybe that's another topic for us to hit. I just thought it was interesting that Serena really didn't make a statement, and this was a big thing, for her to exit this way.
I think it's a super interesting topic, Noor, and actually, to put more fuel for future discussion on the fire, how there is the tour never kind of stops, and there's a lot of point difference between the slams and the normal tournaments, and how let's say an average player really needs to hit the tennis courts several months in the year in order to make the points that a Djokovic or a Nadal would make in a deep run at the slams. So that gap has widened throughout the years, and I think we can bring some data perhaps beyond this opinion.
Yeah.
That doesn't contribute to a good, let's say, work-life balance or mental health, because it's if anything, it's more time on the road for the ones outside the top 10.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I think Tsitsipas even made a statement around, him coming out of the tournament so early and talking about the bubble life and pandemic, and, how it really did have an effect, not just the transition between clay and grass, but sort of, what this last year has been for players. So, who knows? Well, I don't know if anyone is super clear yet on what the impact is, but I think some players are feeling it and they're talking about it. Last question.
Very interesting.
For you, Davide. What's the question you gave me? Which shoes who do you wish you were not?
Oh, who do you wish you were not? I think yeah, that's a great question. I actually wouldn't want to be Isner today because I think he's that's his slam really. With the big serve that he has, and with the fact that the points can be won or lost very quickly, that suits his style really well. And I think he's going to have some regrets now, because is definitely is not becoming any younger, and
Sure.
perhaps Wimbledon is shot for another deep run, and at the slams much more so than the US Open.
Yeah.
So I think I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. I think that's maybe too early of an exit for him.
Okay. I didn't check it out, but I will. I think that's all we have for today. Just a quick recap, but good to do it.
Just a quick recap.
No,
I think
this was just a quick recap. We kind of
oh, of course. Yeah, I love that fires, kind of fireside chat, and the really kind of fast from one to the other. So let's look forward to another great day, and yeah, please let us know in the comment section if you like this video, or if there's any player that you would like us to see, and give us your opinion on our opinion.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep trying different things. Until next time.
Cheers.